Hello, friends, YouTubers. Okay, so Alex, Kari in the SCA. I do a lot of florentine work, about a two-sword. This is going to be an SCA video. I do a lot of crossover between steel fighting for Yamsworth Viking and for SCA. So, SCA face thrusts are absolutely a thing. And I like to use these two different moving targets because they give me tons of sensitivity feedback. It's so easy to accidentally blast somebody in the face. And you'll notice my body target's really small, because body shots really need to hit, and they need to hit on point, and I just don't like missing. And again, it gives me feedback from tactile sensitivity. I fight with two different length swords. My short sword is in my left hand, as I'm a right-handed fighter. My longer sword is in my right. That gives me an ability to really change the dynamic of what I'm doing. The left sword is short and tight. And the long sword gives me these big stepping moving cuts. So I like to train a lot, and I like to work on different stuff when I'm out here. So today, what I was really thinking about is that use of the left hand, especially against right-handed fighters, and the jab. So many SCA fighters don't use a jab at all. They'll throw these dedicated thrusts, which is fine, but they don't throw, little jabbing cuts, especially, if you throw them as thrusts, because they don't have to have that same bang body mechanic. They only have to touch. And so your opponent has to take them seriously. They have to treat them like a legitimate threat, or else they're going to get stabbed in the face and their fight's over. So not only do I like to throw these as light jabs, it gives me a chance to both gauge my distance, give my opponent something to seriously be worried about, so I can choose my range, whether I want to stay outside, whether I want to come in for something deep and big on the inside, how I want to position them, how I want to pull them off target. I gotta get out of myself. But with the thrust, especially the left-handed thrust, if you cut the angle high and turn your hand over, allowing the thumb to drop a bit, the other thing it does is it cuts that right-handed sword angle for that cross or that slap shot, but just by putting it in the way. If I just throw it straight, it still leaves this whole corner. But by throwing it up a little bit, it blocks that shot, especially if I use a little bit of evading with my head, a little bit of a bob. And so now I have a block that's also an attack, and that gives me initiative. It lets me both choose the pace. If they throw, I have something that's in the way, especially if my targeting is good and the accuracy is good. It gives me a chance to fast kill anyway, and it keeps me out of the way. And if nothing else, I can then use it to try to bind the weapon by following that weapon back. So I throw the block. Let's see if they get their head out of the way or get their shield up. Boom, they throw that sword cut. I stop it, then I can follow it and trace that weapon back and take some kind of offensive action while that weapon is trapped. The other thing, especially, depending on what side you like to move to, depending on the situation, this also blocks their vision. By pulling tight, especially a good shieldman will keep that shield up. But if I leave it there, now I block that vision, leaving them only their peripheral. And that lets me drastically change my positioning without giving away my footwork. Because if I throw and then step, well, I haven't done anything. I threw a thrust, but I haven't done anything. We're back to neutral. They have a chance to move, I have a chance to move. But if I can throw, right, keep some pressure on their weapon and block their vision, well, now I've done three things in the space of one attack. I can also slide and let that stay on their slot, whatever their eye slot is, giving them something, again, to have that vision block so I can move, throw some kind of other attack while keeping some pressure on them. And again, also keeps that sword in the way. So if they try to throw something, even if it only takes a little bit off the shot, if it diffuses the force of the attack and it ends up not being a good, decisive blow, then hey, it still worked. So anyway, that's my methodology behind the jab. I like to keep my distance. Sometimes I switch my footing, really changing where my range is. And if I switch my right leg forward, it allows both of my blades to come out at the same distance. So now, I can also jab really effectively with this side and turn and pivot, and that's also right on target. By switching that right leg forward, especially as a left-hand fighter, it also really allows me to fade with this right hand and throw that big body shot or that big stepping thrust. And you can do it from left field. I mean, I can be all the way back here and just step and thrust and it targets on. Where most of us have our hands down at this kind of range, we're about 8 feet away. And it's an easy close with just a front leg lunge. And the same is true for the backhand, except people have the shields on that side again, which is why I like to throw my jab with my left against right-hand fighters. Obviously, when you're fighting lefties, it's the same. Practice everything on both sides. Again, block division, step, attack, get around, step, attack, step, attack. What else to talk about today? I don't know. I just throw spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. I like to do, probably can't see my feet other than my thighs, but I like to do circle steps, like J's, to change my footwork. So a lot of times I'll take the lead leg, step back with the thrust or with the cut. Getting my body out of the way of the attack. If something's cutting for this leg, right-handed fighter throws, I can step out and back, throw the head shot so I don't even need to block. I mean, I can block if I want, but why? Keep that hand down. I like to follow up those steps. Keep that motion going. Finish the movement. Keep those legs active. I remember when I first started, everything was here, and that's strong. There's nothing wrong with that, but this simple step was totally beyond me, and that was a huge training tool, to learn. Just step and cut. Let your feet land at the same time as your hands do. Watch a lot of boxing. Head movement. Bottoming, keeping your hands up.